Cause the industry's a lot like a crack game. Just like a ladder, bitch, get you anything you ask for. Mr. International, player with the passport. I wanna dig you, and I can't even lie about it. Oh, oh no, oh! That thing was swerving like a quarter. It's 50. You know what? Throw the other one on, because that one belongs to my 2470. That shit wasn't even on right. Man, this shit still ain't on right. I'm sorry, guys. I thought I made the proper adjustments before I got started. But obviously, there's been some I feel like the other one was got a lot more stops down. I'm gonna take this one off. Okay, all right, I like this one a lot more. All right, I'm dialing in like right there. That's perfect. Because the industry's a lot like a crack game. Mr. International, player with the passport. Just like a lap bitch, get you anything you ask for. I wanna dig you, and I can't even lie about it. Dear Mr. Bill Clinton, Mr. Bob Dole, you're too old to understand how the game go. Your lame's up. I had to hit you with the hot bag. Man. Me and my kids got up so early this morning. It was we had enough time to play video games. Oh, y'all can't hear me? Oh, okay, all right. Oh, okay, I was wilding out. I only looked at the desktop. So this is day 8 of going live, and I must say, that I have nothing if I don't have you. See, my phone is messed up, and I can't even, I don't even know who's calling. One day I'll get it fixed. So whoever you are, wherever you are, however you are, I'll be talking to you soon. Ow. Ow, my back. Forgot what I was doing. Oh yes, I had a thought, and I'll let it disappear. So let's reel that thought back in. So I'm thinking, right? You know, want to be on here maybe till 12. Try to stream for 3.5 hours today. Maybe almost 3.5 hours. In and out just like a robbery. Yo, when you have kids, your house. Hold on, let me lift this up. Oh, and the thing fell off again. Of course it would. When you have kids, man, your house can get dirty in 3.5 seconds. All right, 3.5. That's how fast. And you can clean it up. You can spend all day cleaning your house up, right? Me personally, I like to break my mental down in sections, percentages. So, what I do for the week, if it's a lot, give myself a few, I say about 40% here, 30% there. And at some point, it's going to equal to 100%, maybe even more. Most of the time. So. Let's see who that was calling. Oh, where's my baby? Where's my baby? Where's the baby? But a baby.
What's up, baby?
What's up? I went by and you called me, and I want you to call it. I couldn't see who was calling, so I had to wait. And I seen it was you. I was like, I gotta call you back as soon as possible. Nah. And how you doing? Uh-oh. Yeah, you hesitant. Uh-oh.
I miss my baby.
Miss my baby. You too.
I miss my baby.
Yo, I was just asking myself. I'm like, damn, did I just make that up, or where did I get that from?
No, that's Keisha Cole. But she said, I think she said, I love my baby.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm like, yeah, I feel like I got that from somewhere. I just don't know where. I was about to say Mariah Carey. For some reason, I can hear her singing that. Did she add that little scream at the end? I can't even do it.
Yeah.
I can hear her singing that. She could have sung that. Keisha Cole could have wrote that for her. Or whoever wrote that for Keisha Cole could have wrote that for her too. Nah, see, oh, okay, all right. Oh, Jadakiss is on the chorus?
No.
Oh, I thought you said Jadakiss is on the chorus. I'm like, what? Oh.
I said she could do the chorus, yeah, but the verses don't sound like her.
Oh. Uh-huh.
Yeah, no. Oh my goodness.
I want to dig you, and I can't even allow body. Just like a left bitch, what you doing? Anything you ask for? Ready to take it out? I'm ready to pull it out. No, Oh yeah? Dang. You funny. Yo, what was we laughing at so hard yesterday? I woke up laughing about it this morning, but I couldn't remember what it was. Oh yeah. Okay, that's what it was. Yeah. Nah, it was a drift. It was a drift. It was a drift. I can't really.
You distracted?
Nah, I was really tired yesterday though. And I didn't get no sleep that I tried to get some sleep. I caught myself trying to get some sleep and take a nap. I can't take naps.
Yeah, it's hard for me to take naps.
I can't take naps. I don't. And then my body gonna feel crazy on the rest of the day. Oh, word?
Yeah.
Oh, so I'm weak. Just leave alone. Yeah. I heard 15 minute nap can actually get you to it. Did you just yawn?
Yes.
Yeah, me too. What the hell? We yawned at the same time. Who activated who? Did you activate me or did I activate you?
I don't even know who
Yeah, I just activated. I was like, man, where did that come from? You over here activating my yawn. You say you want some good what? Oh man, you just made me remember. I gotta go buy Zoa. She keep asking me about this. She's like, I want my Stitch lunch bag, Daddy. A Stitch lunch bag. All right, I gotta get it. Yo, I love the way the train passes by. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna miss Liverpool. In this aspect of like the scenery. Like this view is just so beautiful. You know what? I'm not from New York, babe. So
It don't really bother me.
Don't have afterwards.
Yeah.
To say you want to miss it.
Nah, the view of like a train passing by while I'm streaming.
I guess.
You're a real New Yorker. Like fuck this.
That one, give me a water scene or.
A water scene? Okay. I got you. I got you.
Yo, this is like this luxury apartment building I'm trying to get into.
Mm-hmm.
I take a tour like once a year.
You say you take a what?
I go to the tour once a year.
Oh, a little window shopping tour?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Because I was looking at the first time I was surprised.
Mm.
When I found out they had locked, I was like, let me see, because I'm like, I put Jerry on upstairs.
Mm.
Like, oh, and it's not really.
Mm. 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 Damn. Mm-hmm. Hold on, I'm putting my headphones on, baby. Hold on. Hello. Can you hear me? Yeah, you say you would love to live there. I would love to see it. And where is this located? Oh, okay. So I'm just leaving there. So that's where I used to live at. Hmm. I think my friend lives over there. I helped my friend move in over there. I think I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, and it has like a few restaurants around it. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm. Yep, I know exactly where you talking about. Mm-hmm. Okay. Uh, mhm. Mm. 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 Babe, I did a photo shoot for some. So I have a friend. I know exactly what you're talking about, babe. So I have a friend that moved close to that, and then I did a photo shoot maybe like 8 months prior, and I went and did a walkthrough in the building. I'm not gonna hold you. It's some very mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, you yeah, 6 times. Yeah, it was. Huh. Motivates you. Yeah. In what way? Hmm. Excuse me. Hmm. Right. Yeah, yeah. I don't like housekeeping in my room either. No, no, that was you. It wasn't me. It- I ain't taking accountability. I ain't taking no accountability. Nah, it was fun though. Shit. That was a lot of towels, huh? Nah, we did use a lot of towels at the hotel. For real, you ain't never used that many towels? You ain't never used that many towels in your life? For real? Not in one night? Nah, we did. That was, yeah. You mean you see? Watching your ass. Oh man, go ahead. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. What the? Man, he just needed a scene. He, Oh yeah. I gotta meet with my case manager today. Yeah, 12. I wonder what you're gonna tell me now. Man, every time I go there, she tells me something new, and I'm just like, man, bro, like, how did you get this job? Last time was it pay stubs, and I'm like, I said, well, I don't have pay stubs, I have invoices, and I CC'd the program manager every time now because her and I relationship is so static. There's so much static there. I just like to keep the program director in there, so you know what I'm saying. If she could say, "Oh, this or that," I'm just doing my due diligence. But last time it was that, and that was 4 weeks ago. Nobody said nothing back. Nobody. She said she didn't know how to do it, and I'm like, so what are you? You could have gave me this. Nobody could give me this information. No, she said I had to upload it. I said, where do I upload it? She said she doesn't know. I said, why? Like, what are you working here for? I CC'd her on the email. Four weeks ago. I mean, I did. I followed up. I followed up on Monday. And that's why we having a meeting on today. She said she was available today. So I'm just like, I'm supposed to get a what is it, a voucher? Yeah, I'm like, man, bro. But I'm not gonna hold you, Mom. The program directors. Go ahead. What'd you say? Yeah, yeah. I'm tired of being here. Like, I should have been out of here. I should have been. Every time it's been something else. Like, it's either this or that. Last time, before that, she said, she's like, I don't know what's not going through. And then at the end of our meeting, she said, oh, I think I know. You got to go down to this spot and go get this letter. I did that. I came back. I'm thinking, I had already started looking for houses, for homes, you know. So, yeah, and I'm like, damn, I didn't see shit that came and went, and I'm like, yeah, Zillow, Bronx, yeah, Bronx. Everybody want to go to Brooklyn. Everybody went. I said, "Oh, perfect. Let me stay in the Bronx." But I've been seeing homes on Zillow. I've seen 3 and 4 bedrooms. You know what I'm saying? For that's reasonable. At least me mentally estimating what I might or potentially get. And then I talked to my homegirl Mara, and she said, "Oh yeah, they could either put you in this or that. It depends." Either a 2 or 3, but I want a 3. But it depends on your voucher. Your voucher, if it exceeds, as long as it doesn't exceed and you can't pay on top of it. But I'm also wondering too now because I told you I wonder how this is going to work now because if I'm going to be working more days, then things are going to change. I'm going to be working more days. So if I'm working, 4 days a week. Say that one more time. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. It's let me see you $10. Oh, you ain't got. Let me see. Actually, you hear me saying $10. Oh, okay. Oh, that's why you was able to park so easily last time. I don't wanna go another day, but I'm telling you exactly what is on my mind. Seems like everybody breaking up and throwing their love away. You remember that song? Oh, you don't remember that song? You too old. You too old. Who is it? It's my. No, it's a group. Nobody gonna take me higher. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. I was about to say, well, Pussycat Dog. Pussycat. Yeah, whatever that is. See, that's a different growl. I ain't never heard that purr. I ain't never heard a purr like that before. That's purr. That's a purr. That's a purr. Person. Yeah, I remember that song. That song came out when I was in high school. Oh, I should have never said that, huh? Yeah, that's right. You was. I don't know what you was doing. All right. Oh man. They're gonna be like, Chastity, what are you putting on that young man that has him that has him going crazy like this? That's don't worry about it, sweetheart. that's what was it? Oh, word? I ain't ready for the summertime yet. Leave me alone. No. I'm not a summertime guy. I'm a winter, fall, spring. Okay. All right. Okay. OD. No, it is. Me too. I can sweat, man. What? I sweat just off of standing. Nah, that's all good. I love unconditionally. I don't love with conditions. Damn. Nah, don't go. Please don't go. You ain't bring nothing for your lips? You got me putting shit on my lips right now. Just because you said something. I just became self-aware, subconscious, obnoxious, all that. I just subbed out. Daily streaming, ho. I said daily streaming, ho. What's that? I'm actually I'm submitting. I never thought about doing this, but I thought about doing it today. I'm submitting my what? Oh, no sugar? You in that coffee, huh? About to make that thing go pop 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 pop. Wait, where is my videos? Oh, okay, right here. A car? You say you want to start looking around for a car? You don't want you don't like your car anymore? Or you didn't want to say it in the car because you didn't want to talk about the car while you was in the car. See, are you just like me? Yes, you be personification. That's personification, right? Right. See, I be thinking that type of shit too. But I'll be like, man, I don't really want to talk because I still feel like it has a presence. I'm gonna tell it. I'm gonna do a tell-all with your car next time I get in this mother. Ooh, I'm a gossip. I'm a gossip just like a woman. Bitch, girl. You say you don't. You say you want to pay a car note. See, okay? You sure that's the move you want to make right now? Because you trying to get a place. I feel like you're gonna try to compile a bunch of stuff on yourself. As soon as you start making more money, your more money is going out now. But that's what I'm saying though. Like you know, that's I say hoopty baby. Oh yeah. I mean, it's a foreign car, so and it's a coupe. That's not. That's. I mean, that's not really a long time. I, whatever. You better go up in there. Uh, I love you too. I'm over here just putting in submissions. Just casting network. I love you. Mwah. 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 You bet. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, but voice just sound like a mattress spring. All right. All right, let's see. And I can't even lie about it. Big tech brands looking for best actors for voiceover experience not necessary. Need good actors who can read, copy in a real naturalistic way. I'm your guy. No voiceover experience needed. La da da da. Southern California. I love California. California knows how to party. Wait a minute. What happened to 15,000? Look at this one I saw, 15,000. We went from 8,500 to 15 to 8. What just happened? You're killing me, Bob. You're killing me. All right. Let's see here. La da da da. Oh, wait a minute. First of all, wait a minute. Hold on, just a second. All right, why am I typing like this? I love it. I said I loved. I'd love to be considered. Come on, Larice, let's get it together, buddy. Okay, let me just bring this up, bro. I love, away from me. So, thank you. No H. Do I really want to connect my Instagram? Yes, let's do it then. Connect and share. Okay. can't take it anymore. I state your name. I can't afford it. Leave me alone. Vets for vets. It's January 14th. Is that something I want to do? Is that something you really want to do, sir? Well, sir. Okay, shell shock. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. Look and see when is the 14th. 14th is on Wednesday. Yeah, okay. Maybe so. It's, maybe. 8 hours though for $250. Jeez. It's usually what my mornings consist of. Early in the morning. I wonder if it's been playing the whole time.
Them are not devils, them are potholes in her.
Alright, hold on. Oh, thank God they can't see it. Alright. I love Norbit. It's like one of my favorite movies. Let's see. Okay, right. They keep going to West Coast Beats. I love West Coast Beats. Because I'm PJ Reed, duh. It sounds trash. I'm sorry to judge a book by its cover. Okay. I guess we can rock with this one. I can hear PJ Reed on this one too. Light nights, double-edged swords, winter face light, late night, seen big teeth. I'm talking great whites, late night. I'm gonna play right. I'm gonna perform. See me on the stage, right? Financial services, code, video, committee. Man, I deserve it. Calm, under pressure, dry, observational, humor, self-aware, slightly self-appreciated. Wait, let me check this. How much they paying? Wait, that ain't no neck with it. Oh, no, that's right. Hold on, I'm sorry, y'all. I forgot. It can't be like that. See, knows. Breathe out. Come here, let's do it again. I need a redo. Trying to share these posts. Share my nose. And share my glow. But they don't know. I gotta go. I'm streaming now. But they don't know. What if I'm saying zeros in my stream, so double zeros in my... About 8 zeros in my... Wait, let me zero in. Flow spending, codependent. This beat has been sold, so that means it's probably copywritten. Y'all want to see my comedic reel? I don't think I ever showed nobody my comedic reel. I think I'll probably see. Let me see.
Listen, I got it, yeah. Philip, this is what we're gonna do. We gotta get something to tie him down with. And then, no. We beat him. It's a beat the crap out of him. Beat him. Yeah, beat him. Yeah.
I got you.
Yo, John, funny as hell.
From handcuffs?
And John is funny as hell.
Better not mad dust muscle go on that motherfucking beat. Clean that shit with wind.
Okay, real fun fact about this one, right? So with this, it's hilarious to me because I was doing stand-up, right? I did stand-up the night before, and I just felt like I was just on a hot streak. I don't know where it came from, but I remember working with Action Bronson in this thing, and we, the people, his name was Tom Gould, I'll never forget his name. Yo, They almost broke the camera, bro. I was just saying some of the most ridiculous stuff. Like, oh my God. Hey, check out the mustache on this dude, dog. Yo, for a long time I was shaping myself up. I don't know why I was shaping myself up like this. All this bare skin. Look at all this. Somebody need to smack it. Yo, what you doing, Reese?
Bleach, pneumonia, all that shit, man. I think the glass out.
That's somebody's picture, dog.
I don't know if you saw it, man.
I kind of look like Charlie Murphy a little bit.
I do.
Yeah, Boogie. You got a Boogie in my nose?
Sometimes I drink the bleach.
Let's go. Getting some backfire right now. Nigga act like trying to Oscar or some shit. He trying to bring my point up. Ah, shit, that was funny. Oh my goodness, it feel like the turd is about to come out my butt. Look, oh my goodness, you got some pepper on this all the something. Got some pepper on. Yeah, with the something.
Real quick, fun fact about this, right? After I did this that night, I got stranded. I got stranded at a train station. My phone died. It was the last train. I wound up falling asleep on the train. My phone died. I had to wait till 5 a.m. for the next train to get home. And just for me to get home and get COVID the next day. For the second time. Sick. As a dog.
I could do another black joke about that nigga. Look at the dog get on. But it didn't get them.
So that was supposed to be Doug Williams. I did a sketch and then I felt bad. I was like, man, I feel like I'm kicking this man when he down. I had seen this shit with Doug Williams and Jamie Foxx, and I did like a post interview as Doug Williams, posing as Doug Williams, and he just never recovered from Jamie Foxx's. He never recovered from Jamie Foxx's jokes that night. So years later he's still affected. But I never put the sketch out because I just felt like I was like, well, it was, don't be wrong, it was done in the most purest funny form. It wasn't an intention to, I want to hurt this guy, you know? It was just, but I don't know. I thought it was funny. But I never put it out. But obviously, I thought it was funny enough to put on my reel. But nobody never know where it came from. So now. Nick, you gotta be there.
So you want me to arrest him to tell you that he's a family man?
He lied.
And you've always told the truth. The whole truth that day.
That's the way my mom used to talk. That's the way my mom talked, for real. No funny shit. She a dead ass. I be finding myself doing that shit with my kids too. I don't know what that is. Those few seconds of agitation, it's like I want you to feel all the agitation when I come down like this. You know what I'm saying? You better feel that shit. Imagine a parent head just never stop shaking. You just gotta take it as a kid. Just you following they bobblehead.
He raped
He raped you. Everybody in the trailer park knows.
The whole trailer park know that Jimmy was abusing? Man, when I met Sandra,
When was that?
at work, she's the secretary. After work, we'd go out, me and a couple of friends, some co-workers, get a little loose, have some fun. Then she started being personal.
I was trying to be T.I. That's T.I. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Once they told me I could once they told me I could have free range and I could pretty much do what I want. They said I was like, yo, can I bring a southern accent to this? Because they was like, yeah, sure, if you feel comfortable and it's natural, yeah. I was like, yeah, absolutely. I was like, hey man, what's that?
Again, my feelings a little bit. And we started going out just two.
Okay, that was the T.I. part. When T.I. Tip be like, I took that from Tip. Oh, that was it. Should have never did that.
The wise son makes his father glad. And the foolishness discerns his mother.
What are you saying to my child, Farrakhan?
Robert, shit my old man said to me all the time. Gotta get on him early. Let him know who daddy is. Stop.
I go to work, I do my job, and I'm right back here with you.
I hope so.
Do some shit.
I myself could not trust, let alone trust you with the emotional stability that I personally feel that you are not built for.
Shout out to Jaleesa. I love Jaleesa. I love the way Jaleesa's. Every time I hear Jaleesa and she get into this bag right here, I don't know where that voice come from. She know how to. I love that shit. I don't know what it is about it. It's like she know how to sing with her voice while she talking. And it's not. Look, I'm not. Hey, Lisa. Hey, come on. I love you. You know I love you. I love your voice. It just. I love when you break into this bag right. When you get into this mode right here, that face. It says so many different things. Like, nigga, I will leave you. Shout out to Ty Stone for this. I'm gonna keep it 100. That word dilapidated. When I got this script, I was like, damn, these some big ass words. What does this mean? What the fuck? Listen, hold on, I gotta take my headphones off. Listen, my vocabulary grew 3 inches that day. Listen, dilapidated pass. I said some other words too. We just have to go back and watch it or something. I don't know. But yeah, man. Yeah, it was fun. That was more poetry than anything. Obviously, it was a poem that Ty Stone wrote, and I'm gonna be honest. At first, I wasn't confident I could do it. I was like, damn, Jesus. And then yeah, I did it. Some time and some work, and made it happen. blocked him. That was it. Contested. Okay. See, I think I'm gonna get a copyright for this one, so I'm a little afraid. I don't want to do this, and then Jordan try to, hey man, what you doing? I'm sorry, Jordan. I didn't mean to. I didn't. Nah. More so YouTube. But I was so excited to play this role. I was also nervous because I'm like, man, I'm Kanye West, really? But I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Jordan naturally has a knack for seeing things even when you can't see it. And obviously work ethic is amazing. But I remember he called me. I was working on a shoot with my boy Leo Kabuto. Shout out to Leo. I was helping him with some sort of product or something of his. And Jake called me and he was like, yo, I got this crazy idea, and you the first person I called. I know you could do it. And I was like, oh, I said, what is it? What is it? He's like, I want you to play Kanye West. I kind of looked at the phone for a little bit, and I was like, man, what? What? Kanye West? I was like, give me more details. He said, all right, look. He said, I'm gonna send a stylist. I'm gonna fly a stylist out to go see you. And I want you to try on a bunch of wardrobe. And I want to putting on every one of Kanye West's iconic attire. And man, was all those clothes uncomfortable. I see why I dress the way I dress. I realize I'm not a fashion guy. I am not the guy for fashion to be uncomfortable. No. Listen, my closet consists of clothes that I have for years. I don't really like to buy new clothes. I'm not that person. And I enjoy that. I have a lot of clothes. Don't be wrong. I'll get some t-shirts. If I see a jacket I may like, yeah. But yeah, I'll stay consistent with everything that I have. I don't need anything new. If I do, you know what? I should give some stuff away. Anyway, so with this, I put this stuff on, and his stylist came to my job, and we tried every single piece of clothes. I was so excited. The feeling was so great. The feeling was so amazing. And he's like, okay, stylist left. I tried on all the clothes. They took pictures. They approved everything that I was gonna wear. And he flew me out first class. It was my first time flying first class. And yeah, bro, it was really dope. I went to Jay's crib. His crib was mad nice, bro. Man, I still couldn't believe it. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Some parts of my life is still surreal to me, just because of where I come from and where I've been. And for me, and I'm just keeping it all the way real, man, a lot of me was still starstruck. I was keeping it real. I'm a grown ass man. I'm just keeping it real. It's not like I fanned out like, whatever, but yo, bro, you looked out for me. You didn't even have to do that, you didn't owe me nothing. I remember years prior, me watching Joyner Lucas, and I said, even in a post, you can go back and date this, you can fact check this, check the receipt. I said, yo, one day I'm gonna work with this guy. I don't know when, I don't know how, but I'm gonna work with him. And I reached out to him. And this was maybe 2015. 2015, Joyner reached out to me. Oh, actually, I'm lying. I reached out to him. I'm sorry. I reached out to him and I said, yo, I would love to work with you. I don't care to get paid. Bro, you a fire ass rapper. He did this, he did a few songs. And the one that really took me by storm the most was when he was rapping backwards. Mac of the back of the sack of the back of the back of the. I was like, oh, shit, what? I'd never heard anyone rap backwards before, which was genius. And shout out to Drew too. Seeing him and Drew together, wow. Drew, they're like, you see how I just like, I feel like that's an understatement. They're like this, literally. Anyway, he reaches back out because I sent him my acting reels. Not any of the stuff you've seen now. It was worse. And he says, yo, man, you're a pretty good actor, bro. And I said, yo, thanks, man. I said, yo, I'd love to work with you one day, Fast forward, it's 2017. I get a call from Joyner. And I thought he had forgot about me because he had blew up. He blew up. And I was like, whatever, you know. And he calls me from this Worcester, Massachusetts number, and I'm thinking it's a bill collector. So I go in there, sounded like Jadakiss. I'm gonna keep 100. It was like I sound like a diked out Jadakiss whenever I sounded over the phone. I'm like, yo, hello, who this? And Jonah like, Larice? I was like, hold on, this nigga knows my name. I said, yeah, who this? He's like, yo, it's Joyner, bro. I need you to come up here to Massachusetts. I got a role for you. I'm gonna sing you the song, and I need you to get up here by tomorrow. Can you do that? I was like, tomorrow? Like tomorrow? He's like, nigga, tomorrow. I said, yeah. So I didn't have no bread that week. I just paid my rent, and my younger brother was only LaRon. And he was like, yo, I got $35 here, bro. I took the Peter Pan to Massachusetts. And I don't like going way off the rails with this, but I just feel like I owe y'all this story. I took the Peter Pan to Worcester, Massachusetts, and he came to pick me up in his Jeep, his big ass Jeep. And I think his son was just born. And and I couldn't believe he came to pick me up, bro. Like I said, I still was starstruck. And he's like, yo, look at my son. He said, he looked like me, right? I said, I was like, the real me came out. I said, hell yeah, he got a big ass head just like you, nigga. He said, huh. I said, oh shit. In my head, I'm like, damn, why did I just talk about this nigga in this? And I look out the window, I'm like, man, he's never calling me again. He's never calling me again. And we get to the spot and we did the song, Keep It 100, and I played the pastor. And man, I just, it was so cold out. I just got my camera. I just started doing photography. It was 2017. I still didn't really know much about it, but I shout out to Dave P. Barnell. He was practicing with me, showing me like pointers and stuff. He was just like, yo, man, just get out there and just fail. And I was like, all right. And it's when I was there, for some reason, I'm telling you, I really didn't even know the settings like that. I didn't know the camera settings. I'm keeping 100 with you. Keep it 100. No pun intended. Them pictures was looking fire. Any which way I was going. And I was in manual. I wasn't in the shit that helps you out or assists you. I went straight to automatic to be precise and, easy, And my day was done. I finished my part, and I was with Connor, Stentz, and Ben. And I showed them my camera and the pictures I had just finished taking, and you know, stuff like that. And they said, yo, you a really good photographer, bro. And I'm thinking to myself, I said, yo, I appreciate it. I just got this camera like 2 weeks ago. And in my head, I said, yeah, man. I said, yo, do this. I said, yo, any way I can stick around. He said, we'll ask Jordan if you can stick around and maybe you can do some BTS for us. I said, hell yeah, I'll do that. So they asked Jordan. He was a little on the fence about it, and which I get it, cause that man, he was working like, yo, I'ma juggle you, bro. Like, pause. He says yes, and he's like, yo, you're gonna have to chill with them. You can't chill with me. I got a lot going on. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And I chill with Stentz and Ben, and we wound up going to New Hampshire, the studio in New Hampshire, Project 2. I remember that was a thing. And I was smoking a lot of weed then. And man, I had just learned how to roll extendo clips. Extendo blunts from my man Tony. And I was rolling extendo blunts the whole time, bro. And I think that was my first time I had actually changed the genre of my music by chilling with them, because they had on this playlist called Chill Music, and it was playing some of the most beautiful music that was like soft. But I was so accustomed to being in my world, I never put myself in, and I don't know why. I'm just being honest. But even the music made me change. Maybe it was the weed. It's like, damn, this music is really good. But even now, I still listen to that chill music. I'll type in chill music, and man, I didn't even realize we were in New Hampshire. That's how long we was driving. I was out there for a few days, and I was just loving taking the pictures of the BTS between him and I got some really good shots of Junior and his best friend Izzo. And yeah, man, it was just a really amazing time, And I remember seeing this. I was at this gas station. We were at this gas station because it was a scene that was inside the gas station that that we did, and it was this bus station, and I remember looking at this thing. It was this small bus, and it said goes to New York, New Jersey, and somewhere else, or Delaware. I don't know. I was like, damn, what are the odds? So I looked at that bus and I said, yo, how much does this cost? They said $26. I said, $26 to go back to New York? It's like, yeah. It said, and we take you back home to the exact spot. I said, what? It was like mad people. So once they got the order together, who was gonna go home first, I could not believe this. I was like, it was like a dream come true, because I didn't want to take the Peter Pan back. So yeah, we man, those days was just so much fun, bro. It was so much fun. And man, sheesh. Shout out to Jordan, bro. Shout out to Sen, shout out to Ben, shout out to Connor. Man, anyway, I just want to give you guys this story on that, but back to this Kanye West thing, and I feel like I want to tell you something else, but if you guys really want to know, even if it's one person, say something in the comments, I'll give you another story that helped me lead up to this point, and it was a very humbling experience. But thank God I was humble, and I can face my reality now, where I was mentally. Anyway, fast forward, we're here, he flies me out, and he calls me and he tells me to take an Uber to a location. And I take the Uber dropped me off, and I'm like in a horse show, it's a dead end. And I'm like, man, in my head, I'm scared as hell, because I just left the dispensary. I'm like, man, Jordan trying to set me up and kill me. Because it was, I went from city to it reminded me of Jersey, to just straight trees. You couldn't see nothing. It was pitch black. and I was a black dude, and it just got dropped off in the middle of nowhere, and I'm standing outside for like 15, 20 minutes, and I hit Joyner up. I think he was doing something. And he's like, yo, he's like, yo, you at the door? I mean, you at the gate? I mean, no, he said, did you get dropped off at the location? I said, yeah. He said, all right, give me a second. The nigga he hit a button in his crib and the whole driveway lit up. His whole shit lit up. It was like some Batman shit. Like, I didn't even realize this tree was like, it was crazy. And the whole shit lit up. And he said, yo, I'm coming down in the Lambo. Get in. Get in the Lambo. He drive back up to his crib, whatever. And bro gave me a tour of his crib, bro. I couldn't believe it. I was flabbergasted. Like, man, like, bro had a whole Foot Locker downstairs, bro. And I didn't even, and it's not like to just like, you know, I was just so amazed. I was just so amazed, bro. Gave me the whole tour. Like, I felt so honored. You know what I'm saying? And I still feel honored to this day. I remember the paintings that was there of like Chris Brown and Prince and Eminem and just like playing basketball in that space. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he had a court inside his house. And I remember he even also had a court outside of his house too, Kobe. You know what I'm saying? And he had this bunker that he had purchased. It shit was huge. Pause. But anyway, he gave me the rundown of what's going to happen the next few days, because you know we wanted to work in a hotel and shit like that. And like I said, bro, I'm keep 100. I'm still starstruck a little bit. Just keeping it all the way real, bro. And a part of my mind just wouldn't let me believe that this was happening. And the next day, I go back to his crib, and yeah, I go back to his crib, and he has a what you call it, the RV. He has an RV, and we in the RV. The RV is fire, bro. I think it was the smartest shit ever, bro. Like, we're driving everywhere and just shooting videos in mad random spots. I mean, I ain't gonna say random because it was selected. However, excuse me, he had just did something with Will Smith. He had just did the Will Smith thing, and he was showing me pictures and stuff like that. He's like, yo, this is me and Will, I was like, yo, that's fire, bro. You know? And we went to this, I forgot, it was like this abandoned factory to shoot like the rest of this. And it was, man, the factory was so huge. The space was so huge. It was like 3 different factories or 4 different factories in this one big ass lot. And he was like, yo, y'all hungry? And honestly, I never met anyone that ordered a whole menu, unless you was at like Crab House. But the nigga ordered. He's like, yo, what y'all want? I said, man. He said, yo, fuck it, I'm getting everything. A nigga called. Nigga called and ordered. He said, yo, let me get everything on your menu. They was like, what? They said, yeah. He said, yo, this is Joyner Lucas, bro. He said, Joyner? He said, oh, shit. He said, yo, I'm listening to the phone call. He said, yo, he said he want everything. Get him everything. He said, yo, put chicken on, get burgers, get fries, get this. Man, bro ordered the whole menu, bro. Cheesecake. You know I love some cheesecake. I was like, wow. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I probably look like a bitch. The whole menu? yo, no funny shit. I was like, wow. I said, damn, bro, stunting. So yeah, we ate. We didn't even eat all that food, bro. We wound up giving it to someone that really needed it. I was like, damn, that was dope. But I said it to say we did this video, and at first it was different. He called me. We actually did it. I came up twice to shoot this video, and I came up. The first time, and we was at this big ass studio, and it was at this film studio. I was like standing on top of a Lamborghini and standing on top of a bunker, and then Drew called me, and he was like, "Hey, yo, bro, how are you?" I said, "Yo, yo, what's up, Drew?" He said, "Hey, look, Jonah didn't like the video. We're gonna shoot it again." I said, "We're gonna shoot it again?" He said, "Yeah, we're shooting it again. What's your schedule like in the next few weeks, yeah?" I said, I guess it's clear. He said, "All right, we're gonna book you another flight. You just let me know." And I'm like, actually, it wasn't even that. I was going through. It was crazy. I was going through something. I wasn't sure, because I just had my son, or some shit. Something was going on. I wasn't too sure if I could use the car, because I didn't want to put my inconvenience my wife, and at first I was gonna rent a car, and Drew was like, he's like, "Hey, bro, you should tell me you had a car." I was like, I wasn't sure, I wasn't sure if I was gonna use it or not. Anyway, what is it? Yeah, we get up there, and we like ride in the RV, and yeah, bro, it was insane. Anyway, enough of that story time. My storytelling sucks a little bit, but I just felt like I just needed to just put that out there. Anyway, hopefully this doesn't get copyright restricted, something crazy, because I know who we dealing with. I don't even think Jordan has this on his platform anymore, just because of all the nonsense and stigma that comes with it. But part of me is still happy I did this, just because of the time that we were in.
Look, I got some bones to pick. You ain't heard no one as cold as this. Give me the stick, let me hold this shit. You make a move, I'ma blow this bitch. You about to get what you supposed to get. I don't know this trick. Why she keep blowing my phone and shit? But someone please tell me whose coldest is. Nigga, you know who the coldest is? Who's coldest is? My Lambo got too many options. I don't even know what motors is. Nigga, you know who slow this is? I just stole this shit. Niggas act like I ain't supposed to be rich. Like I ain't grow up with a roaches lit. Like I ain't come up like, how do you spell crazy? G-E-N-I-U-S. How do you spell pay me? IRS. What you know about mental health when you live in hell and you out of meds? What the fuck is a meltdown? My meltdowns on a private jet. Labels ain't wanna sign a check. Then I got on my yay shit, turned every no to a solid yes. I don't care about what's popping now. Let the whole world know I am next. I ain't quit till I touch the sky or a nigga living on the ISS. Hold up. Yeah, he's not crazy. Even if they try cancel me, that ain't gon' phase me. Yeah, I sin. God forgave me. How the fuck I'm gon' change the world if they gon' change me? Yeah, it's not crazy. Well, maybe I am. Never thought I'd be a billionaire, now I'm like, maybe I can. Jesus walk. Nigga, I ran. Sorry, I pissed you off. I do it again. Tell me what's greater than God.
It's the factory.
I'm tired of eating the scraps they left on the table. I need me an entree. I wasn't seeing success, so I had to switch and do the shit my way. Shorty and pick.
Yo, real quick, I helped set up some of that lighting too. I was proud of that. Thanks, Connor and Stench and everybody that let me help out.
Me no mind till I got a bitch that she wanna run that. Yeah, running red lights, like fuck what the sign say. I just went back to the future to copy of yours and start on my prom day. I'm having dinners with billionaire hitters, they looking at me like a small change. Maybe one move to Miami.
I can't dance, y'all. If y'all can't tell, that's why he chose me.
Like Marilyn Manson. Got me inside of put a dent in them bow. Being famous, I'm fucked in my mental. I made so much money, I lost all my friends and I broke up the family, but kept all the realest ones. I'm not as sane as I felt I was. Hold up. Yeah, it's not crazy. Even if they try cancel me, that ain't gon' faze me. Yeah, I sin. God forgave me. How the fuck I'm gon' change the world if they gon' change me? Yeah, it's not crazy. Well, maybe I am. Never thought I'd be a billionaire. Now I'm like, maybe I can. Jesus walks. Nigga, I ran. Sorry, I pissed you off. I do it again. Watch my sis come check my wrist. Bitch, I'm lit. Bitches once that bitch obsessed. Bitch, I'm lit. 2 on point, I just don't miss. Way too fresh. So much drip, I came through win. Bitch, flex. Oh, the industry better get used to me. I told them rappers they really just suited me. Kill all these niggas and read them a eulogy. Ain't nothing much you can do to me. I got a check and then bought me some jewelry. They say I changed and I'm not what I used to be. I done got bigger than shit for like puberty. I know they better make room for me. And I'm tired of being the underdog that come along and they wanna put a fucking muzzle on and shut the bar and cheer me to another fucking porch or some alone and tell me I should go and run alone like nothing's wrong. I watched everybody get awards on summer long when I was eating on the fucking floor in the garage. That type of shit and driving nigga nuts and up in arms and now my brain isn't what it was, so fucking gone they all. Hold up. Yeah, it's not crazy. Even if they try cancel me, that ain't gon' faze me. Yeah, I sin. God forgave me. How the fuck I'm gon' change the world if they gon' churn?
Yeah, that was on Tully. Oh man, yo, Jonah, man, you should have a video subscription for Telly too, bro. That'd be fire, man. You got some. Like a Telly like place for like TV shows. I don't know. I can hear it. Like, yo, watch that shit on Telly, bro. You do music on there too, bro. You know. But yeah, bro. Shout out to Joyner, bro. Thank you for adding to my career. If I never told you, I super duper appreciate you, bro. You've been hella selfless, and yeah, bro. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Appreciate you, my big dog. This ain't out yet, so I can't show y'all this. I can't show y'all this. I feel like I'm gonna get super copywritten for this. Wu-Tang probably get copyright for this too, but I highly doubt it.
You can't handle the heat, Pops.
Dad, you're getting cooked out there.
Yes, Coach.
I'm sorry to say, you're being traded to Montana.
But I'm your father.
That's why this is so
Eyes is red as hell. What the hell?
What team is in Montana? Let's go, Wilson! Buy one, get one, locker!
Hey, shut up, my man Eric. Hey, real quick, think about me biting that burger. It wasn't even no fucking that shit was so fucking nasty. It wasn't the burger. You don't bite the burger. I was mad as hell. Listen, it's a metal plate in that fucking burger. All right, it's a big ass metal plate in that burger, and a lot of that shit is. There was so many burgers that had to be made. It tasted so disgusting because you're really eating something else. I'm like, man, I wish y'all actually would just give me can you make a part of the burger? So they actually had to cut out a bite mark to make it seem like I'm actually bite. So I'm actually chewing like, I'm really chewing like some watered down flour, bro. It was watered down flour ball that they just stick it in and you just bite it. And it's just something to chew, but it's a tissue right there, and I just spit that shit out, and it was just so disgusting. And I every time I see my face chew that fucking burger, oh man, I was so pissed. And another thing about this too, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I usually don't even talk about my finances with this. These motherfuckers only pay me like $1,200 to do this, and I didn't get my $1,000. They sent me $200. I'm sorry, it was $1,500. And I didn't get the other 1,000 until like a year later. I had to email them 100 times. And in New York, you know, if you're a 1099, it usually, if someone's late on your payment, you can charge them triple. You are obligated to charge them triple. And I told him, like, yo, I want to triple my money. He was like, fuck out of here. And you can only get 1,000. I was like, I tried to go see a lawyer, but it's, I don't know, whatever. But yeah, they really me over. But it is what it is. Sometimes it always ain't sunshines and giggles, yo. It looks good, but it could be a bitch, a biatch.
I state your name.
I state your name.
Swear I will save room for ice cream.
Swear I will save room for ice cream.
And if I don't,
I
will be banned from Friendlies forever.
I will be banned from Friendlies forever.
Just kidding.
Just kidding.
No, you don't have to repeat me anymore.
No, you don't have to repeat me anymore.
Get in there!
Try our double sliders today.
And save room for ice cream.
Stop searching. Start scheduling. At AHN, we see you.
So shout out to AHN. Actually, I gotta repost them because they actually just you know, hooked your boy up with another deal, another year deal. Just signed another deal with them. So appreciate AHN. Yep, and that's it. Yeah. This thumbnail funny as hell. But this is usually the roles I go out for, anything 30 and up. Yeah. I don't think I ever got booked for a 21-year-old. Shake Shack, commercial, non-union. But this is usually the roles I go out for, 30 and up. I feel like I Shake Shack. Principal, okay. Intense passion, okay. I know what photo I'm choosing. There's a motion to the okay. If everybody was like, "Damn, why you ain't choose the Kanye West thing?" Because I know Kanye West, and I don't even want to say the J word, but y'all know it rhymes with ooze. I know it could be a tricky game, and I know some people be like, "Eh." Why you ain't choose the Kanye West thing? Because I know Kanye West, and I don't even want to say the J word, but y'all know. I know it can be a tricky game, and I know some people be like, eh. Oh. Oh, okay, all right. I'm gonna say I'm doubling. Okay, all right. So yeah, going back to this casting networks. Let me see how many roles, what other roles I have here. Shake Shack. Shake Shack, I don't know. 13, what's that? Let's see, Wednesday is the 14th, so this must be a Tuesday. Nope, I work. I didn't even want to do that. Tech hand models, unrecognizable. Do I have any? See, I got a scar on my hand right now, so I can't even do that. Excuse me. Let's see, okay, no. I want to do something with my kids. I would love to do something with my kids, and we book something together. Like that would be like, that's like a dream of mine. We did the film together. We got to do a song together. I want to do a song with my kids. Like I really want to record their voices as is, like while they're young, and because I know like those moments, like being a photographer and just being into the arts, I think you just appreciate. I thought I was getting a copyright notice, because of that, you know, that thing we just watched. Anyway, just realizing how, I want to say important it is to me. It's important to me. And just so beautiful to me that you can, we are like the recorders of time, you know, and that your voice will one day change. Like, I don't remember what my voice sounds like when I was a kid, right? But I want to give my kids that opportunity. I mean, they already have like, of course they got a million videos, but I like doing it like on a bigger scale. But it's just, it's something about that for me that just really like, it really like makes me happy, you know? And then I know they're gonna get older one day and they're gonna see this stuff and they're like, yo, we did so much crazy stuff with my dad. Like my kids done been to music videos. I'm keep real, probably seeing some stuff that, you know, like, wow. But they see the lifestyle, they understand it, and I know they're already artsy. So I know for a fact that a lot of artsy stuff is gonna come in or show up in their personality, you know, as they get older, even more, and it becomes even stronger. So to do this with them, and then they can always go back and show their kids, like, hey, look, this is what I did with my dad when I was young. This is us, you know. That got to be a beautiful feeling, you know, because kids remember that shit. They'll always remember, like, you know, who was there, because that's how Nipsey Hussle said it the best. Kids spell love with time. That time spent, like, man, like I really, even the streaming now, like, and at first I was a little hesitant. I'm like, cause you know, it's always someone out there, oh, hide your kids from the internet, cause they could be doing something crazy. And I'm like, it's always somebody gonna be out there doing something crazy. I'll try to protect my kids, you know, the best I can, but some shit, when it's just out of your control, you know, out of sight, out of mind, I don't know. I'm pretty sure someone could argue with me about this, but, you know, I feel like There's gonna be a good and bad to anything. And you just gotta be okay with it. Especially for me, I'm already in the light. So ain't no going back now. I didn't take these beautiful pictures for nothing. No. But yeah, yeah, I enjoy this. I enjoy that part of my life, you know, with my kids doing that type of stuff. And when they get older, I can't wait to see those moments too, you know, where, you know, we're doing another film together. You know, I think it'd be cool we do a film every year. I don't know, man. We did something else, and I gotta edit it. It's like Legend of the Paper Bag Man, and I didn't even do nothing crazy. It was literally me putting on an Amazon bag and cutting a hole in it and just putting it on top of my head, and it was fun. They enjoyed it. They enjoyed beating my ass. And that's something I remember about like growing up. I remember growing up like with my brother dad, and those moments he really made me feel he had that fatherly presence when he would play with us. And I told him the other day, I was like, yo, a lot of the stuff that I do, you know, it comes from you. Like that, you know, the playing and the stuff, like them jumping on top of me, beating me up, or just those moments when I was a kid, those really matter, because it's still in my mind. It's still there. And it was just moments of us in the basement. We'd be playing with them for hours. And you appreciate it. I've always appreciated that it just stayed stuck. It was stained. And now I give that to them. And they don't even have no idea where it comes from. Even the moves with the hand, like, you know, I remember him he had some gigantic ass hands. I was like, God, his hands are still fucking gigantic. But yeah, even my brother, like I feel, oh, I'm sorry, someone just said something. They would have been worse off if they were sheltered or like been discovered. I'm sorry, I want to read that comment. I just don't know where it came from. Oh, watch me. Oh, I didn't even see all of this stuff. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I didn't realize people were watching me. They were way worse off if they were sheltered their whole life than discovered when they had 18. Talk about culture shock. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you ain't lying. You ain't lying about that. Are you gonna help me practice my lines, Miss Panther? I can't wait. Listen, my next audition, you're gonna be my reader. I can't wait till Tyler Perry send me those lines again. I was just telling I'm sorry, my mind is like everywhere right now. My mind is really being pulled in like 3 different places. I'm sorry, because I was distracted by a comment. But thank you, Stag1, for saying that. You're absolutely right. I feel like, you know, what makes me really want to express like truth more. Dealing with when I was doing fire life safety director, right? It was things in the class that really stuck with me even outside of the class. And it was times where people would give us these scenarios where we learn from our past and we learn from the mistakes. And those people, it was people that died a certain way. You know, that's why we have all of these fire detector smoke alarms, exits. You got to know, so many different safety precautions, that go in, like knowing how many occupancies, run the building, or how many people are in the building, if there's a limit. There were so many people that died, and those people became examples for the future. And the one thing that stuck with me was being a fire life safety director. If there's ever a situation where you got to communicate to a mass amount of people, you want to be truthful with them instead of trying to shelter them from the danger or the fear. You owe it to them to tell them the truth so that they can make their own calculated guess on their own life. And I was like, damn, I never really thought about it like that. Not saying it was, of course you want to, if there's, let's just say it's a fire, right? And usually fire life safety directors, they usually, if there's a person with a gun, they're probably gonna be the first one to go. But it's your job to let the people know in the building, like, hey, listen, there's an active shooter, get to safety, shelter in place, something, I can't tell them that, hey, it's a fire going on when there's really an active shooter going on, or I have to tell them the emergency, and it's my duty so. And when I heard that, I was like, damn, I said, that's real, after all these examples of, people just, passing away in such harsh ways, that we still make it a learning lesson. And I'm looking at like some of the images we saw, and one in particular was it was years ago. It was a big ass party in New York, and the ceiling was made of some sort of, tissue paper. Everything in that place was flammable. It was flammable. And to make a long story short, because I suck at storytelling, over 115 people died that night. And it was some people that were alive that was just under dead bodies. And I was like, damn, they showed us the images and everything. It was so graphic that, they don't really put it out to the public like that. But they kept it as a scenario, like it was 100 different case scenarios. And, this is why we have more than one exit here, more than one exit there. Staircase A, staircase B, shit like that. So yeah, when you say this, to go back to it, the shock, or the internet, discovering stuff on the internet, yeah, I'd rather give my kids the truth now and let them run with it. Hell, I was 5 years old when I found out that my adopted brother was my dad. And me having that information at 5, it just sat there. But I want to say I'm in between, because I'm like, yo, did it make me stronger? Did it make me, whatever? I feel like it made me stronger as a person. Because how they say tough times can make a person stronger. Well, even in my tough times with that information at 5 years old, yeah, I say, I don't know, maybe a little bit more mature. I don't know, maybe a little bit more mature. But yeah, I still kept the big kid inside of me, But yeah, I appreciate the comments. But yeah, Stag 1. Yeah, I feel like I'm preparing my kids for the future. Like I definitely try to instill. I really try to be the person that I wish I could have had. You know, even in the mornings, like, and I always tell them, you know, work hard, play hard. Like, we get up super early, and we have enough time to make breakfast, and I let them play 5 minutes of video games or whatever they want to do in the morning. You know, things I didn't get to do growing up. You know, but I know they appreciate it. You know, and I even make learning fun. For me, growing up, it's fucked up, but my mom made learning a fucking oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at my mom made learning like a what do you want to call it? Like I don't say like you were in trouble. Like, oh, you want to fuck up? All right, go read a book. All right. I was like, damn, I gotta go read a book, man. and that's like, and I'm thinking about what that did to me. Real world, I can't stop the next person from exposing them to the reality and extent, but I can teach them how to confront information. Absolutely, appropriately. Yes. And that's, man, I tell my kids all the time. And I know they're just repeating it now. And they probably, I'm not gonna say they don't know, but at some point, I love to see the dots connect when they do understand, when they finally get something. And sometimes it could be a while. Like I said this the other day, sometimes when you get that information, you had to do book reports. What? Yo, listen, let me tell you something. My mom had us right from the encyclopedia, and she would give us crazy amount of papers. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about sentencing type papers, and that shit used to be insane. I started looking at my brothers, because my older brothers, they had even got it the worst. One time, was it 500 papers, 800 papers? You owe me 700 papers, dog. When my mom really was upset, she had turned into she had this gangster thing where she had used the current slang that's relevant. Look, dog, I need you to write from here to here. Don't write past that. Don't start at the red line. Start before the red line. Yo, bro, it made me hate learning. When I got to school and I seen something, I was like, man, fuck this. I gotta do this shit when I go home. I'm gonna save my energy. Fuck this. Like, I was, 800 papers and back in front, and then the crazy part, you had to do it standing up. These niggas had to do it standing up. Sometimes my brother, she made this nigga do it on 1 foot. I'm like, damn, he should have had a super knee. All right, look, she's like, hey, you switching knees, stop it, you know. But that shit was insane. But I think, all in all, when I look at my mom, and I think she was trying to emulate something that was past the time, and she didn't know how to grow with the time, or I don't know. Yeah, it was insane. Look, I'll tell you another story, right? This is insane. Me and my brother, we laugh about this, and I still joke around with him about it, right? So one time, I'll never forget this. Me and my brothers, my younger brothers, we're all at the kitchen table, and we eating rice and gravy. I'll never forget that shit. I remember what it tastes like in boiled chicken. Ew. Anyway, my Jaquan was standing on one foot, and he was writing his papers, and it was like late at night, and he's standing on one foot and writing papers, and all of a sudden the pencil dropped. When the pencil dropped, the room got quiet as fuck. My mom was talking on the phone, and she was sitting at the kitchen table just like this. The pencil dropped. When the pencil dropped, she went just like this, and everybody looked at her, and then we looked at Jaquan. I remember this shit. And he got on the floor, he just started shaking. My boy was shaking. He was shaking, and he said, don't know, must go, mommy. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, me and my brother, we couldn't believe that shit. He's like, don't know, must go, mom. The boy turned into a robot, right? And I'm like, what the fuck? And then he's shaking on the ground, and all I hear my mom, Chris! Chris run up. You hear him skipping steps. I can hear the way he was moving. He said, Mom, what's wrong? You know? Jaquan on the ground shaking, still saying the same shit. Don't know, must go, mommy. And truthfully, I think, and I talked to my brother, he said he had took some pills, because he said he was tired of this shit. He was tired of shit, and he just, whatever, I don't know, maybe he was trying to kill himself. I don't know. But we thought he was faking because he was trying to get done with the papers. And I don't mean to laugh, because it is a fucked up situation, but I can say it, we can say it and laugh now because, you know, everything's okay. You know, it's still trauma or traumatic, but it is what it is. So, so my brother Doughboy, he was downstairs. He's walking up the stairs, and he see him shaking. Now, the hall, it's like the back door is here, the downstairs is here, and it leads downstairs, and the kitchen is this way, and it's a bathroom door right there, right? So it's like an intersection. It's the weirdest intersection ever. Why would you put the kitchen next to the bathroom right there like that? Anyway, he comes up the stairs. They're dragging Jaquan to the bathroom. Dragging Jaquan to the bathroom. And here, let me put this on here because I feel like I'm showing casting networks, and I just need to just put my entire self as the thing, because I don't know. I feel like I'm not doing myself any justice. Anyway, drag Jaquan to the bathroom. And I just, like, seeing it as a movie, like, I imagine someone's body being dragged, and he's shaking and saying, don't know, must go, and they dragging past you as you're walking up the stairs. And, obviously, I'm still mature about this, right? No, so mom was like, put him in the tub, put him in the tub. So they put him in the tub, running cold water, still at it. Don't know, must go, mommy. And then Doughboy, he's like, y'all gonna kill him, y'all gonna kill him. So Doughboy leaves. He got to go do his thing, wherever he about to go do. And we like kind of, me and my brothers, we kind of go to the bathroom to see, like, you know, what the hell is going on. Healthy Dope with PTSD from folks. It's called yes. And so my mom was running the cold water on him or whatever, like, you know, X, Y, and Z. And, you know, Jaquan is like laid out in the tub like this or whatever. And he's laid in the tub, and my mom's like, she stopped for a second. She said, she was staring at him, and I remember my mom stopping for a second. She said, and this is her thing. This is her thing. I can emulate this perfectly. Hey, Chris, stop the water. And Jaquan's still at it. Don't know, must go, mommy. And I'm like, damn, what does she see? What is she about to do? Is she about to perform something? You know? She said, you know what? This motherfucker loves cold water. He takes showers in cold water. Chris, turn that hot water on. Just the hot. And the hot water where we from, blazing, okay? Blazing. So that shit, nigga turn the hot water on, Jaquan snaps right out of it. I'm not gonna hold it. He snaps right out of it. He said, fuck. He said, mommy, I'm sorry. But his body was still, it seemed like his body was still locked. So maybe he did take a pill or two. I don't know. But he says, mommy, I'm sorry. I just don't want to do this no more. I don't want to do it anymore. And she's like, Jaquan, get your ass up out of there and you gonna finish writing the motherfucking papers. Listen, they can finish the papers. And I tell you one thing, niggas got rid of them encyclopedia. Once we realized that's what we was writing from, and once we did that, we got rid of the encyclopedia books. And I know my mom paid some money for them encyclopedia books, cause it was two different versions. She had a big ass navy blue version, and it was a red version with a gold strip. And then she was like, "Oh, y'all want to get rid of the encyclopedias, huh? I'm noticing they disappeared one by one." She said, "Okay, now it's off the top. It's off the top, dog." And I'm gonna keep 100. At that point, I don't know why my OBS is disconnected. Reconnected. Okay. Yeah, it was definitely insane. It was definitely insane. But I still laugh hard at that. I'm not gonna lie. And like I said, we can all laugh about it. 7 brothers and 1 sister. So, you know, it was some times in that crib, man. There was some times in that crib. I think too, like and not to just harp on it, but you know, to raise that many kids, you know, by yourself, I truly think, you know, my mom, when we talked about it, you know, she says, she's like, she's like, in a way, she's like, yeah, you know, I did it for the money, but you know, I feel like everybody needed each other. But I also feel like if you're doing it for money, you're always doing it for the wrong reason. It can, and I'm not saying, I also feel like you can also learn to love, no matter what the reason is. We all seen a movie where someone probably did something for money, like, damn, I really actually love this person. Maybe I should. I was just watching Good Burger. I was like, where did I get that reference from? When Kenan wanted to use Kel for his sauce to make the money with Good Burger, and he actually grew to like Kel. Love Kel, whatever, you know, or love the character. But yeah, man, it's different. I just, it's just, I guess it's just like a weird way of looking at it, because I got a brother that doesn't really talk to any of us now, and he just had a kid. Nobody will ever know, but they shunned him out because he was different. And Jermaine, his name is Jermaine, and Jermaine was so, he was so, and it's not like he's dead or anything. But you know, when you haven't spoken to someone for so long, it almost feels like you always ask yourself, you know, do they even exist? But he was so, I feel like Jermaine just needed like some extra attention. And I feel like every kid, to have 9 different kids, that's 9 different personalities. And me, I know me, I can speak for myself. I needed a lot of attention growing up. I needed a lot of attention. And I was definitely attention seeking. I was an attention seeking kid. And sometimes I can see that shit in my kids. So I know exactly what they need, you know? And I think, yeah, like, you know, no one knows your kid like you because they come from you, you know? It's times where I remember being in some of the same predicament as like my mom, and I asked myself, am I going to take the same route, you know? Of course, you know, I'm not, in a sense, like hollering at him about something that I already spoke to him. And I'm like, I'll give him grace. And that's why I tell my kids, even in the live yesterday when we were doing homework, I'm like, yo, be wrong. Be wrong. I tell my son, he's afraid to be wrong. And I'm like, yo, be wrong. Be wrong. The only thing I can do is tell you that you're wrong and correct you. And you know, it's funny, I remember doing math with my mom. My mom beat the shit out of me to know my timetables. But you know what's crazy though? Was it right? Nah, I don't think you should beat your kids to get to know something if they don't know something. And I know now boys are a little slow, a lot slower than girls. Even whether it's potty training or whatever it is. They just you got to have a little bit more grace with them. Cause even now, even for myself, like I'll get something slow. I'll like, oh, it'll probably take me a while, or it may take the right person to tell me, you know. But yeah, but man, I know the fuck out my timetables, you know. In school, nobody could tell me nothing about my timetable. That was it. Like, oh, 9 times 9, 81. Boom. So I'm like, but was there a different way? I feel like there's always 1,000 ways to do something, and we choose the one that's most comfortable for us. And I think, you know, her being a woman and her being in survival mode, and I'll never know what she went through, you know, as a young lady. To want to provide for her family the best way she can, but she added on more baggage. Not saying like, you know, my brothers, you know, talk about my adopted brothers like that, you know, but in the sense of she added more. You did all of this for an extra $1,000 a month, but your sanity charged you $2,500. You know, your sanity was charged $2,500 on each kid. You know, and was it worth it? Because now, even for myself, I have 2, and I ask myself, you know, wow, you know, I have room and time for myself. Where was your room and time for yourself? And right now we're in the age of getting to know yourself. I didn't even understand the words of getting to know myself until I was older. Like, you know, even now. And I feel like maybe she was at that point where, you know, she was getting to know herself, but it was that little girl is still in her because she was already put into that parental
status. I think my mom's first kid was 15. And she got married at 16. A boy and a girl, just like me. Or a girl and a boy. Cece and I do, so I got low, so and low. And then came Chris. Yeah, I agree. She just had her own way. Also had an old school discipline, so I'm sure she was going. Hold on, I'm sorry. I can't read the entire comment. She was going through it way worse. Yeah. And then, like I said, this woman dropped out of school in the 6th grade. She had a 6th grade education. And you got to think back in the day, them motherfuckers didn't go to school at all. You know, you could just do what you want. School wasn't school the way it is now. So I'm like, you know, do I? And that's where the grace comes in for me at. You know, despite all the crazy shit. And I know I'll be reading those comments and all that stuff like that, but people only get that one side, and it's like, like from the I wasn't supposed to be here. That's where I'm referencing it from. And what about the good she did? I only talked about the bad, but I, you know, but there's also more to the story. Where did she come from? To be quite real with you, my grandmother killed 2 white people to get here. And I say that not saying like, oh, I had to sacrifice 2 white people. The way that sounded, it just sounded crazy. White person telling this from 2 teachers exploring the same topic, entirely different outcomes. Investment topic, engaging, digesting. Yes, I agree with that. I agree with that. When I originally told the story, let me bring this chat box up because I feel like I'm not like. When I originally told the story and I wasn't supposed to be here, I was going through a time where I just wanted to free myself from everything. Divorce. I was just like, man, like, why is this, you know, it was still on me. And also I had a cousin that said that, you know, he was going to tell the story. And because he had just found out, a lot of my family had just found out about this information. And he had already started doing his due diligence to start doing interviews and stuff like that. I'm like, no. It's, you know, it's my story. I'm gonna tell it. And when I told it, even now, when I look at it and I look at the interview, and I was like, man, you know, sometimes I don't know what I did, and I'm like, sometimes I do know what I did. I was the kid that needed a lot of attention, so I did some stupid shit. I did what all kids do. And at one point, you know, some people would say, oh, you were bad kids. But are you really bad kids, or did you just get here on earth and just trying to figure this shit out? You don't know left from right. You're being domesticated into a life of whatever. You know, you never know what you're in until you really, until time, like, activates those thoughts, you know, for you. Like, oh, wow, okay, this is my family, this is my life. There comes that moment where you actually see things for what it is. But I feel like it was a few things, you know. I feel like, you know, my mom was probably trying to hide us. You know how Drake said, trying to hide my kids from the world. But it was something you couldn't hide. We looked just like our adopted brother. We looked just like him, so it was nothing you could nothing you could really do. I know the neighborhood had already talked about it, so it's not like it was new. But I just felt like it was, I talked about this with my girl the other night, and I was like, I feel like it was just gonna come out of nowhere. I could be at an interview one day, you know how the internet is. And that small town mindset, whew, man, people will get a bag off you, not even care what the circumstances are. And I still don't feel like an hour was enough time to really, or however many minutes that interview was, to really tell tale of everything, shit, I remember when me and my brothers first discovered gasoline. And this is out of nowhere. I'm like, I remember the first time we discovered gasoline, and we saw what it did, because in Jersey you could at one point you could burn your trash. And it was a lot of leaves in the backyard. A lot of leaves. And man, we should have been supervised more. When I think about it, we should have been supervised more, because I remember seeing the gasoline and seeing it in that can and just like, oh shit, I seen him start a fire with this. And then my brother dad, he used to smoke a lot of cigarettes. So he would always be a lighter somewhere, or a match. I ain't seen matches in a long time, but it was a match. And because our fingers wasn't strong enough for the lighter. I know our fingers were strong enough for the match. I remember that. And because I used to see him do it, I used to always think it was mad cool the way he lighted a cigarette here, and then go, and he'll always take that one eye, because I guess because of the fire or the smoke. And shit, I was ashamed of at 12 that I didn't at 11. These 13 I did at 12. So these kids aren't really conscious of aware of themselves in a degrading way. Yeah, absolutely. And that's, man, and that's why I feel like grace is so important. And I'm like, most parents will say, oh man, these kids are getting away with murder. But I'm like, as a human being, once you become conscious, it's that, as cartoons would say, it's that angel on one side of the shoulder and it's the devil on the other. Most of the time, as a kid, they're going to listen to the devil. They're going to listen to, not like that, but, they're going to, I just feel like they're naturally just going to go off their impulses. And most of the time, the impulses is what's in control. And you ask a kid, why did they do that shit? They're going to say, and truthfully, I remember being that way as a kid, and you're just like, man, I didn't fucking know either. Why did I do that? Why? They're like, Maurice, why did you do that? And I'm like, I don't know. I just did it because I just wanted to, I just wanted to do it. There was no real explanation, but anyway, to go back to the leaves, we set the backyard on fire. And it was crazy because, we could have got killed. I'm just thinking about anything, severe burns. The gasoline can could have exploded when it lighting a fire if not handled the right way. And you got 3 kids out there. The fact that we were smart enough to watch them, or I would say I was the brains of the operation because I was older, because Laurent Levon just did whatever I wanted to do. Man, anything could have happened, and I'll never forget too, Smokey the Bear. I don't know if y'all know Smokey the Bear, because I don't know how far Smokey the Bear actually traveled to you guys, or I'm not too sure if it was like worldwide or just certain regions. But we had just seen this commercial with Smokey the Bear. Only you can prevent forest fires. Nick, we've committed a forest fire maybe like within the next 30 minutes. Right after that commercial, we took a commercial break and lit a fire in the backyard. And I remember the fire trucks coming, and it was we saw Smokey the Bear, like, you know, tattooed on the. Oh, okay. So Smokey the Bear was around. Okay, all right. I just wasn't sure. I know everyone's region is different. That's why I say that. And yeah, we lit that backyard on fire, man. Think about it, right? So we had a half an acre. We probably lit up. Yeah, yes, only you can prevent forest fires. Yeah, he definitely was around for a long time. You don't hear about him no more. You don't hear about Smokey the Bear no more. It's done. That era is over. But I remember seeing Smokey the Bear on the truck, and my brother Idris, he said, these motherfuckers have lit the backyard on fire. And then even in that moment when we heard the fire trucks, that was the first time us hearing fire trucks and they actually come to the house. And then even in that split second moment, my older brother's like, yo, you want to see Smokey the Bear? We was like, yeah. Yo, we got our ass whipped so bad. However, when I think about that situation, yeah, absolutely. But however, right? Now, me as an adult now, yeah, I agree. We definitely deserve that ass whipping. Oh my gosh. You want to see Smokey? Yeah, our ass was smoking. All right, it was. You know how Road Runner, beep beep, ass was smoking. All right, smoking. Now this is the thing, right? As an adult now, I'm asking myself, where is my accountability? Why did my kids have access to gasoline? Why does my kids and we like 6, 7 years old. I'm 7. My brothers is 5. They were 5 because the birthdays, whatever. I had a pyro phase. Luckily, it was good memories and no scars. Yeah, no scars here either. That's what I'm saying. We was lucky. We were so lucky. But listen, man, why do we have access to that gasoline so easily? Why were we outside so long to put enough gasoline in on the whole backyard? Or half the backyard, quarter of the backyard? No one's seen us spilling this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just thinking all the possibilities. You know, God was definitely with us. But I'm just thinking about all that gasoline, because I remember the fire, because when we lit it, we only wanted to light the leaf. It was only a leaf we wanted to light. And then it was so much, of course, my dumb ass, when we lit the leaf, it got hot. And my brother said, ow! And he threw it, and the shit came down. And that was the first time we saw the shit. We was like, oh! I don't even remember my brother's faces because I was so engulfed in the way the fire just spread, the science of the fire, you know? And I was like, damn, this is crazy. Like the whole half of the backyard lit up. And I remember seeing Mr. Mick, he's some short old man. He was like, God damn, these kids is crazy. It's crazy, kids. Kids is crazy. He had one of them lists that it sounds sharp as hell. This kids is crazy. This kids. And I think he may be the one that called the fire department, because it was a dog. He had 2 dogs back there. It was a white dog and a black dog, and the white dog was named Champ. And the dog ran inside his house fast as hell. But yeah, man, I never forget that ass whipping. But I say that to say, yeah, like it's not like we was always on punishment for no reason. I think more so emotional. Like I try not to do emotional discipline with my kids, right? I don't. If I'm emotional, I want to check myself immediately, and because once your emotions get involved, it's not really discipline anymore. Now you want to take this shit out, you know. And I think if you don't have that emotional maturity to sit there and take a step back and like, all right, I'm furious, but where do I play a part in this? And I feel like being a leader, no matter what, you always got to find some sort of responsibility. Even, and I know that sounds crazy, but even when you're not, you really wouldn't consider yourself wrong. So I'm asking myself how I would handle that. Yeah, my kids would be grounded, but they are 5 and 7. You know, ass whooping, yeah, but I don't know. Like, see, the thing is with me, like I don't let my parenting style. I don't like to let shit linger. Like I'd rather nip it in the butt. I'm not gonna be mad at my kids or have them, because I just feel like it's life, bro. We move on. We make a mistake. Don't be wrong. I haven't got to, because my kids are very young right now, so maybe I'm just talking too easy because of the experience and the time I'm in right now with them. And I'm pretty sure as they get older, the shit they'll do will probably be a little bit, I ain't gonna say a little bit, but be greater. And then knowing who I was, and then knowing I could see little like stinks in my daughter that is like, oh, you a sneaky motherfucker. You a sneaky motherfucker. All right, okay. So I know even now, you know, she tries to do this thing where she's learning manipulation, and she's good at it unconsciously. And I'm trying to shave some of that manipulation off, because I don't think it's gonna go away, because she's very good at it. I'll give you an example. And I think it was also a good deal too. I could say persuasive, or maybe not say manipulation. Maybe percentage of manipulation, but I also feel like it's, you know, persuasion. There was a time where it's Christmas, it's Thanksgiving, and I go over to my uncle's house in Jersey, and I'm like, hey guys, in a little bit we're gonna be ready to go, okay? And my son said, I'm not ready to go, Daddy. I don't wanna go. And then he walked away. And then Zoe said, Daddy, I'm ready to get up out of here. Can we leave? I said, look, you gotta negotiate with your brother, all right? You negotiate with your brother, talk to your brother, and see what happens. And she said, negotiate? I said, yeah, negotiate with him. She said, okay, Daddy. So, like 3 minutes later, I'm talking to someone, or I'm helping someone out. I don't know what happened, but all I hear is, yay! We going to Chuck E. Cheese! My son grabbed his coat. He was at the door ready. I said, what the fuck? I said, who said we going to Chuck E. Cheese? She said, JoJo said we going to Chuck E. Cheese, Daddy. I got my coat and I'm ready. And I was like, I looked at Zoe, and Zoe laughing. I said, that's not negotiation. That's bribery. That's not a real negotiation. That's you just. I said, hey, we can get up out of here now. But we're not going to Chuck E. Cheese. But his coat was already on, so that was it. But she has moments where she's very good at what she does. And if I'm not mindful, I try to check it so it doesn't get out of hand. But that's why every day I literally ask them, because even I have them repeating things like integrity, doing the right thing when nobody's looking. And
I haven't repeated, even though I know sometimes it's not going to be always done. I'm not expecting 100% from them. But I am expecting you to try. I'm expecting you to know. But I know one day there's going to be a switch that goes off inside of her mind. It's like, oh shit, this is what integrity is. This is what, you know, this is, or even my son, you know, compromise can be healthy if my son is not something. Yes, and it's crazy because, hey, listen, because you know we doing this with no manual, right? No manual, and I'm only using like part is I feel like with my instincts, and I tell my kids even the other day, I said once it gets to me, then I said you guys got to talk amongst each other. You guys got to know how to talk. You guys got to know how to talk because I feel like that's the world we live in. We'll go straight for, oh, let's fight, or bang, 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 you know? If you know how to talk and you know how to use your words and you can communicate effectively, and I'm so glad they're doing it now. And I had to make an example out of it. And sometimes it hurts to make an example. That shit hurts the fuck out of me to make an example. Because I don't like being a mean papa, you know? But for me, I like to call it iced tea. I give them half and half, you know, half lemonade, half iced tea. And, you know, it's discipline, but it's also love. And it's also love with the discipline. So I could do something like, you know, pop them or tell them something. And I'm like, I'll give them a hug right after. I'm like, hey, you know, I'll hug them. I love you. And the reason why I did this, but I try to let them negotiate even at the youngest ages of 4 and 6. And I'm like, hey, by the time it gets to me, because I also feel like it's also becomes like chain of command. They're also learning that as well. Once it gets to me, then I'll delegate, then I'm gonna do it my way. And you may not like my way. So maybe you should talk amongst each other first. And then, you know, in the beginning I wanted to know all the shit they did it right. And make your own place sometimes. Yes. And then you got to think too. They're a part of you. They're a part of you. So you know your DNA, you know, is in there. And you remember, like I said, I always go back to how I have very keen memories of me when I was a kid inside my mind. And I remember how I felt. I remember the moment. And I remember how, hey, what's up, Hazel? Hazel Ray? I'm doing great. Thank you. I remember those feelings, and then I feel like it's a full circle moment. I'm doing really well. I'm from New York. Well, I'm really from Southern New Jersey, but I live in New York. But I remember, and then I'll see my son, and I'll see that same look I had, and I was like, oh shit, that's me when I was a kid. And I'll ask myself, and this is where a part where I was like, man, I don't want to become my mom, because I know, like I said, my mom dealt with a lot of stuff emotionally. It's nice to meet you too. Thank you. I hope you're having a great day today too. Do you stream daily? I've been streaming daily, and as things been picking up, I've been finding more and more courage to come on and talk and be more of myself, because I'm usually hiding behind a character. So it's good to actually break free and be myself. So yeah, but I'm talking to someone else in another chat, guys, if you can't see that. But anyway, I'll really hone in on that moment, and I'll try to be the version, like I said, I needed. Yes, you can ask me something. Go for it. Go ahead, Hazel. And I think it works out. And I see, sometimes I can see
see the moment where it was like, oh damn, and I like it'd be like the gentle pat on my own back. I'm like, yes. Excuse me. Modeling is crucial, especially with the father and son experience. Yes, I agree. And you know what? Okay, that's another thing. I believe in accountability so much, and that was another thing. Like, basically, I'm a professional graphic designer with years of experience specializing in customizing Twitch channels. Tell me your Discord name so I can show you my recent work. All right, I'm be honest, Hazel. I really don't have any money right now to purchase any services. So, like, not to bail on you, but yeah, I can't even afford nothing right now. I'm in the zone. I'm working stuff out. But my username is Larice. I think it's Larice K. Anyway, I believe in my kids even holding me accountable. Like, my mom didn't believe in none of that shit. It was my house, my rules, and I feel like when you do some stuff like that, it kind of creates an environment where you do what you want, and you can be unfair at any point. And I get it, you know, you are the parent, but if you're the example too, and we're looking at you, at some point I can tell myself that's where, like I said, where integrity comes in, where accountability comes in, and you go tell us one thing and you go do the exact opposite, you know. So it'd be times where my kids will hold me accountable, and you know what? I tell them, yeah, you know what? You're absolutely right. And I give him that confirmation, even my son. And I feel like that's where a lot of his confidence comes from too, because it's like, man, he'll look for me for confirmation and for the confidence. And I always tell him, don't look at me. You know, look within yourself for the confidence. You have this already. And that's why I always tell him, I said, don't be afraid to be wrong. Be wrong. Be wrong. And I think for a lot of people, including myself, even struggling with this as an adult, you know, afraid to be wrong, afraid to... It's certain categories where I'll just flourish and won't give a fuck if I'm wrong or not. And there's also other categories where I'll be like, man, I don't want to get this wrong because I don't want to mess up. I'm, you know, maybe afraid to rebuild or such, you know. But I really tried to like I said, take that stance of accountability. You know, I love to be the example. I love to be the example. So even if I got to be wrong in my example, if it can give you or give them I believe it's Larice King. Yes. Like, I love to. Are you hit me up from Twitch or is this Twitch or YouTube? I'm sorry. Or is it Kick? Which platform are you reaching out to me from? Okay, I see the Kick is growing. Twitch is growing slightly. Okay. But yeah.
Yeah, being accountable. Like, and honestly too, I feel like accountability makes you invincible. When you're accountable, like who can really stop you? I feel like it's always, you know, people out there that's willing to tell you that you're wrong, and if you can say, hey, you right, you right. You know? Or it just, I don't know, it just, yeah. And everyone lives in a different reality too. So I'm definitely, sometimes I'm just not opposed to listening to someone else's opinion. Because I like to hear like what other people have to say. You know, you may have a different take on it that may actually throw a percentage of consideration inside my mind. Let me check it out. Check it out today. Big setup for a bed. I'll call you. Good chatting. Take care of y'all. Yeah, it was good chatting with you too. Thank you so much, Stag One. I appreciate you. I'm actually about to check out in the next 10 minutes too, because I have a meeting, and I actually got to go pick up something for my daughter. I got to go get her a Stitch bag before she beats my ass. Yeah. This was definitely fun. Today was productive. Thank you for being productive with me. So I appreciate it. It's all because of you. Yeah, if anyone want to ask me any questions or anything, go for it. I'm an open book. It'll also get me talking on here. Don't be shy. Oh man. I'm gonna tell you what, I'm gonna get one game in. Oh. Yeah. You take me away from things and you bring me back down. I'm so far, so deep in love. Go and check out. Okay. You are my everything. Let's see. I got two headphones. One for the streaming, one for the game. Ooh. I actually got to go see a chiropractor. It's been a minute. Oh, that's my son was playing earlier before school. He let us skateboard again.
Y'all got one game in me. And I gotta get out of here. I'm hungry. You are my everything. You are everything, and everything is you. It's all because of you, and I can dream come true. Oh God. Excuse me. You take me away from the pain you made me good time. Oh, someone's over here. It's like a glare on my screen. I'm gonna put this. Setting up so freaking much. Watch this. Damn. Bye-bye. Oh, fuck all bombs. Mr. International player with the passport. Just like a lot of bitches who anything West or Damn. Nah. Nah, that's it. I gotta go to a meeting now. That was a good win. Good dub. Good fight. Good night.